Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we are here and we're working on my 2008 Honda CRF250R, and today I'm going to show you how to replace the brake rotor. So mine before this, I had a bit of a crash and bent my old rotor a little, so I got a new one. I don't really remember what this is. It's by a brand called Braking, so I guess that's good. You want to be braking when you whatever, yeah. So to start off, obviously, I skipped a few steps. You just got to take your old wheel off. I'll show you just kind of the basics of how you do that. So basically all it is, it's just, let me adjust that a little for you. All you do is it's just this nut. Now if you have one of these bikes, these nuts are aluminum. So as you can see, it's kind of stripped already. They're aluminum, so they're really soft. So you have to be really careful with it. So it's just this shaft. It's just this rod, whatever, I can't get it back in. You have to loosen these nuts on top of here first to get it, and then you take this off, and then it should pop through. It's a little hard on this end, so you get like a hammer or something and then a screwdriver and stick it in here, and just kind of bash it out, because it gets a little hard on this side, because that's a pretty snug fit. And then I just like to keep this together, and I put the nut back on so I don't lose it. And now when you get your wheel off, there's going to be a little spacer in here, so just make sure you don't lose that. It can only fit in one side, and it's on the rotor side, so you won't get confused as to where it has to go. But yeah, just don't lose that. I like to keep it in my wheel just so I don't place it and then forget where it is and lose it. And now to get your rotor off, it's just 6 bolts with little locking nuts on the back, and they are all 10mm. Don't go ahead and drop it. So they're lock nuts, but they're not my-lock. They have these little things in them, so it's going to be a little difficult until the threads get past that, but nothing too bad. Alright, so now once this is open, it's just going to look like that, obviously. So then you want to take your new rotor that you get. Make sure you order the right one. It's not too difficult. There's all kinds of stuff out there. And these rotors are directional, so you have to put them on a specific way. This one doesn't say the direction on it, but just because I know the orientation from my previous rotor, so I kind of can guess which way it goes on. And this has all the writing on the outside, so I'm going to assume this is the correct direction because it doesn't have an arrow on it, which is a little annoying. But before you put it on, it's just, you want to take some brake clean and clean it all off, because when you order a new rotor, they come with like an oily kind of stuff that's for anti-rust. So you want to go ahead and get all that off. It's just a good idea to take a clean rag, so that way you're not putting any more dirt on it. So now we're going to go ahead, just install this quick, put all the bolts back in, and then put all the nuts on the other side. Alright, so all I went ahead and did was I took a wrench and a socket and just snugged all these bolts down just to where they were not tight, but you know, just snug enough. And then now I'm going to go ahead and I get a torque wrench, and I checked in my manual, and it says that these bolts have to be tightened down to 16 Newton meters. So you just get your torque wrench and find 16, which is right around there. That's 15.5. So let's spin this up until you get up near 15.5, and then kind of click it to where that's 15.5 right there. So now we're going to go up 5 to 10, and then we're at 16. So now I'm just going to go ahead and do a like cross pattern kind of thing, just to make sure they're all tightened down evenly. So if you've never used a torque wrench before, it's just depending on what kind you have. I have the kind that clicks. You just go, that's 60 Newton meters. So it just clicks like that once it gets to the specified torque setting. So then go to the other side. Alright, cool. So just look at it, make sure everything looks like it's on correctly. Alright, caliper or rotor is straight. Sweet. Got our spacer in here. Now we're gonna take the wheel back over to the bike. Alright. So now for the fun part. Make sure you're oh, also when you do this, don't touch the front brake lever, because that'll close the pistons and the pads will go together, and then it's a complete pain in the ass trying to get them back apart. And when you're doing this, it's just a good idea to check your pads. My pads are good right now. They're not that old. They look a little crummy because the guy who had the bike before me decided to paint them when he put them in, so they look really stupid. But he replaced them right before I bought the bike, so they're all good. Alright, so got it all on, got the nut in, got it all tightened down. So just everything spins freely, no noise, no rubbing, everything's good, it's all balanced correctly. Sounds great, not like my old rotor where it, you know, would spin and you go like, and it would just stop because it had a bend in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at my manual again, and those have to be tightened to 20 Newton meters. So these little things right here that they just kind of pinch the axle in and just hold it, so in case that nut ever came loose, your axle isn't really going to go anywhere. So we're going to get our torque wrench again. Look for, that's inch pounds, Newton meters, 20 Newton meters. So this is specified as, unlock that, 20.6, so we're just going to go up. So that's 20.6, so we're going to go down to where that's at 0. So then lock it. These are 10 millimeters as well, so actually I'm just going to get a regular socket for now. Socket wrench, and tighten these down to where they're just snug. Just makes it a little easier. Again, just wait for the click. 20 Newton meters. And when you use one of these, you want to make sure you're not using an extension or anything, because the extension will throw off the torque setting by a little bit. So just use it with a regular socket. It can be a deep socket, just no extensions. Alright. 20 Newton meters. Go back, just check everything, make sure. See, that one loosened up a little when I tightened the other one. Yep. So just go back, double check everything when you're done. Takes an extra few seconds, but it's worth the safety. Alright. So now and just when you get it on, you're gonna want to, since it's a new rotor, you're gonna have to, brake isn't gonna have as much pressure in it right away, because the pads were set to the old rotor, so they were clamping differently. So this is a new rotor, so you just have to get the pads even with it. So just give it a few pumps. The pads will set themselves to the right, and you'll be good. It should hold itself and then spin freely. It's going to make a little bit of noise until the two surfaces wear together, but nothing to be worried about. That's just, all brakes are like that. Alright, so that's how you change your rotor on your 2008 Honda CRF, or pretty much any other bike, because they're all the same. If you guys want to see anything else about the bike, let me know. Like I said, really sorry about how it looks. It's never this dirty. I feel really bad for it because it's disgusting. But sweet. Stay tuned for more videos, motocross stuff. Let me know what you think. Subscribe if you like the channel. See you guys next time.